You think you're who? You come into my precinct and talk to me like that. The slap came before Maya Sterling could answer. Her head snapped sideways. Blood appeared at her lip. She'd come to file a discrimination complaint, a simple legal right. Now she was bleeding. Officer Marcus Thorne loomed over her, badge dull under fluorescent light. 15 people in the 7th Precinct lobby froze. Maya wiped her lip. She didn't step back. I'm Maya Sterling, daughter of Police Chief Jonathan Sterling, your new boss, she said. Thorne's face went white. 3 officers in the corner exchanged looks. Carla Sanchez, at the reception desk, gripped her pen. She'd never seen Thorne strike anyone in public. Minutes earlier, Maya had arrived with credentials, polite and direct. I need to file a formal complaint, she told Thorne. Civil rights. He stalled, eyes flicking to the clock and the water cooler cluster. Stall, make them wait, make them leave, the old tactic. Maya sat, phone ready. Thorne moved toward the hallway, then stopped and made a call. She's here, he said. Sterling's daughter. She says she's a lawyer. We need 6 months. 6 months, and this is over. He returned, and the slap followed. Panic, not rage. She realized she wasn't merely an annoyance. She endangered a quiet arrangement that protected pensions and reputations. The 3 officers froze. Carla thought of times Thorne had been kind, then felt the weight of every silence she'd kept. 15 people watched. The hum of lights and the beep of the coffee maker filled the gaps between heartbeats. I need to make a call, Maya said. For Thorne, these minutes could determine whether he retired with benefits or fell. He tried to turn threat into counsel. Go home, Miss Sterling. Come back tomorrow. He sat too close. You don't want to make your father's first weeks harder. The warning was polite and precise. She stood. Thorne called Officer Davis. The 3 closed into a semicircle around her. Control without legal detention. Are you detaining me? She asked. No, Thorne said. We're making sure you're safe. The officer nearest the door shifted until he blocked the exit. Carla's hand hovered over the phone labeled Chief. She could call Internal Affairs or Jonathan Sterling, but each choice risked retaliation or ruin. Thorne leaned in. Your father is changing things. That creates friction. Don't give people reasons to question whether he's the right man. He wrapped a threat in concern. So you'll retaliate if I file? Maya asked. He flushed and denied it. Leave. We forget this happened. Her refusal hardened witnesses into potential allies. She asked to use the restroom. They let her through. The corridor was cooler, dimmer. 30 breaths. Dab lip. She returned. Thorne stood with his phone. She won't leave, he told someone. If Sterling finds out, he'll investigate. We need 5 more months. 5 months and I'm out. Keep the others quiet. If this goes south, we all go down. The plan revealed itself. A group protecting retirement and power by resisting reform. Her father had come to change that. They planned to outweight him. Carla lifted the handset. She began to dial the chief's office. Small movement, huge consequence. Before she spoke, Thorne stepped forward. You don't get to ruin my life, he said. Officers tightened. The precinct felt like a machine that could either expose truth or crush it. Maya met his gaze. I will file this complaint, she said. Thorne recalculated. Burying the complaint would be messy, so it would open conflict. He chose procedure. Call Sergeant, he ordered. Paperwork. Take a statement. The officers moved into formality. Procedure created a paper trail and also a battleground. Maya filled the form with steady hands. Carla stayed on the line, speaking softly to the chief's office. Then Thorne leaned close, low enough that everyone heard. If this goes further, he warned, people get hurt. Maya counted witnesses, 15, and thought of boards, pensions, and the slow attrition that could make reform look like failure. 5 months could be long enough to dismantle her father's credibility. She left the precinct with a copy of the complaint tucked into her bag. Outside, the city moved oblivious. Inside, plans were being rewritten, alliances reformed. Carla watched the emptying lobby, the phone in her hand. The choice to call was made, but the outcome remained uncertain. Some careers would bend, some might break. Maya had started something that could topple people or be swallowed by the very system she challenged. The day dimmed. 5 months. A lifetime in the wrong hands. She walked on, knowing the fight was only beginning and that what came next could change everything or ruin nearly everyone who touched it. She squared her shoulders, determined. Truth would be pursued, no matter the cost to herself or to others. Thorne turned, saw her. His face went from shock to panic to rage. How long have you been there? Maya didn't answer. She walked past him. Thorne grabbed her arm. I asked you a question. Maya looked at his hand, then his face. Let go. For a heartbeat, he didn't. Then his grip loosened. She walked calmly back into the lobby, the room suddenly frozen in a silence that crackled like static. The officers were staring. Carla Sanchez was pale behind the desk. 15 witnesses, one secret. And now Maya knew exactly what Thorne had been hiding. She sat down in a blue chair, pulse steady, eyes sharp. Two choices. Call her father and end this, or get proof first. She stood, approached the desk. I'd like to file that complaint now, she said, voice ringing clear. And I want to speak with whoever's in charge. Thorne's jaw locked. Nobody's in charge right now. Then I'll wait. Her words hit like a gavel. The silence grew heavy. One officer in the corner pulled out his phone, typing fast. To whom? Maya couldn't see, but the air shifted. Something was about to explode. Officer Thorne, she said, turning toward him. Why did your hand start shaking when I said my father's name? Thorne's lips tightened. I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, you do, Maya said, stepping closer. The second I said Sterling, you went pale. Like you'd seen a ghost. I was surprised, that's all. Surprised? Maya's tone was calm, lethal. What exactly did you expect the chief's daughter to look like, Officer Thorne? Murmurs rippled through the waiting area. A woman began recording. That's not what I meant, Thorne stammered. Then what did you mean? You told me the lieutenant was busy, but there's no lieutenant here. Is there? You kept watching the clock, waiting for something. What were you waiting for? Thorne's eyes darted, searching for backup. None came. You made 2 phone calls, Maya continued. Both times you thought no one could hear you. But I heard you. You said Brooks would investigate all of you. You said 6 months. What happens in 6 months? Thorne's face drained of color. He stuttered, uselessly. Maya's voice cut the air. And when I came back, you grabbed my arm. You asked how long I'd been listening. Why ask that unless you were saying something you shouldn't? The room was dead silent. Even the hum of the lights seemed to hold its breath. You're making things up, Thorne croaked. You hit me in front of 15 witnesses, Maya said. What are you afraid of? Thorne's breathing was ragged. The officers looked uneasy. Then Carla Sanchez stood up. She's not making it up. Her voice trembled, but it carried. Thorne snapped toward her. Jessica, I heard you, Carla said louder. Both times. You weren't as far as you thought. You don't know what you're saying, Thorne barked. Sit down. No, Carla said, shaking her head. I've kept quiet for 3 years. Not anymore. Thorne stepped toward her. I'm warning you. Warning me? Carla's voice broke into anger. You assaulted her. You think threats will fix that? You don't understand the situation, Thorne said, desperation creeping in. I understand perfectly, she said. You're scared. You did something you can't undo. Shut up, Thorne roared. Just shut up and sit down. No, Carla repeated, louder. The sound echoed. Maya watched, her chest tight with admiration. Carla had finally chosen courage over silence. Thorne's control snapped. You don't understand, he shouted. We've been doing this job for 20 years. We've kept this city safe. And now Sterling comes in here with his reforms and he froze, realizing too late. The lobby had heard everything. Maya's voice was low, cutting. We? Who's we, Officer Thorne? His mouth opened and closed like a fish. Who else is involved? Maya pressed. Who else doesn't want my father to succeed? He backed into the wall. His hands trembled. I need to make a call, he muttered. You need to answer, Maya said. I don't have to answer anything. Thorne pushed off the wall, started toward the hallway, then stopped. We just can't take it anymore, he blurted. All of us. We can't keep changing everything we've done for 20 years just because. He stopped again, realizing. All of us, Maya repeated softly. The lobby went still. The woman's phone kept recording. Thorne had confessed. There was a group. Reform wasn't failing by accident. It was being sabotaged. Thorne looked around, realizing every pair of eyes in the room was now evidence. His knees gave out. He sat heavily, burying his face in his hands. It wasn't supposed to be like this, he whispered. We just wanted time. Time for what? Maya asked. To hide what you've done? To leave clean, he murmured. To get out before it all came crashing down. Carla stepped forward, voice steadier now. Then it ends today. She picked up the phone. Chief Sterling? This is Carla Sanchez at the 7th Precinct. You need to come here right now. The line crackled. Thorne looked up, eyes hollow. You don't understand what you've started, he said to Maya. You think this ends with me? Maya met his gaze. No, I think it starts with you. The sirens outside began before the words finished. Patrol cars pulled in, lights washing the lobby red and blue. Officers from Internal Affairs entered. Maya stood unmoving as they cuffed Thorne, reading him his rights. Carla sat down heavily, tears streaking her cheeks. You did it, she whispered. No, Maya said quietly, watching Thorn lead away. We did. As the doors shut behind him, she exhaled. The fight wasn't over, but the silence that followed was different now. Not fear, but relief. And in that silence, Maya knew this was just the first victory in a war that had only begun.